Hey everyone, welcome to the Antics and Goose Show,
I'm Fancy Antics.
and I'm Trap Goose Gaming. This is a show where we talk about absolutely everything and anything based on your comments, what we just randomly feel like, anything like that. We're uploading a new video every Friday.
Absolutely. Remember, every video we discuss your topics. All you gotta do is leave your comment in the video below in the comment section below. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, and we'll ideally bring it up and discuss in the next video. It could be anything you can think of, something funny, imaginative, whatever's on your mind, whatever pops in, throw it out there. Seriously. Um, and as you all know from the last one, and all of them actually, that we're really big on building the community and supporting those who are small streamers, small content creators. So again, we want you guys on the show. We want whatever you guys create. We want you on the show to show off who you are, chat with us, have a good time with us. Uh, all that sort of stuff. We got whatever it is Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. You got something you want to show off and just have a good time with us. Shoot the shit. That's what we're here for. To start that off, actually, for the next week's podcast will be the live one on the 26th, the Tuesday, our first live one. And as part of that, we're gonna have our first guest, which will be the esteemed good friend of ours, Demi, the drag queen. We'll save more of the introduction for actually then when we got him. But it'll be on Tuesday the 26th, and we'll have him on there chatting with us and getting to know this soon to be legendary streamer. So looking forward to that. Hope you guys are too.
Yeah, and it's going to be a blast, and we're basically going to be taking in your guys' comments, and we're going to be watching the chat as well as we stream. So
Mhm.
it's going to be on the fly, open. It's whatever people suggest in the comments is what we're going to be
Yep.
talking about.
Yeah, simple as that. We're gonna have to wing it, kind of like we did our first one a bit, and see how she goes. Kind of play it by ear, but yeah, come on down, chat with us live on it, be part of the experience, rather than watching the edited version later.
Yeah, exactly. The full blown live, the
Mhm.
raw and uncut footage of us yelling at each other for 2 hours about absolutely nothing.
Mhm. So that's
Or
usually how she goes on Twitch, anyways. So it's great.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So what are we talking about today? What do we got?
Well, I mean, some of the topics we're going to talk about today are going to be like we're going to talk about drive and what's the word I'm looking for? Passions for things
Motivation.
and motivation, yeah,
Yeah.
and things to go basically that push us forward in life and forward in everything. As well, dream vacations, so places
Great.
we want to go, stuff like that.
Mhm.
Music, so favorite kinds of music, stuff like that. Why my antics here got into music, and then we have at the end we have a really good comment from one of our viewers and or one of the streamers as well on Twitch, Bewitchin'. Um, so about Canadian products that they don't have in the States. So or actually, I think anywhere.
Yeah, at least some of them, anyways. Some of them might be the UK, Europe thing, but anyways, we'll get to that.
So
Yeah. And vacations and stuff. You said that
yeah,
talking about that. Okay,
yes.
cool, awesome. Okay, so let's start off with you, Trap. Somebody has suggested to you, because it's very evident in the work that you do. What motivates Trap Goose to have so much drive? Or why, or rather, straight to the question, why do you have so much drive in what you do?
Well, I mean, what I think it is the ability to change the world. That's kind of from over the last like I'd say probably about year. I've kind of wanted to do something big and do something huge, especially with all this pandemic shit going on, and I just had the urge to do something big. Didn't know exactly what it was. Whether it was like starting charities or just basically like Mr. Beast level, just handing money out to strangers. Um, but so now I use the Twitch platform to do good things. So I mean I've helped people. I've gifted subs to people. I just randomly will raid someone, start a hype train in their channel, make their day. So it's making the world a better place every day, like one day at a time is one of the things that really drives me. Um, and to be the most successful person I know, that's one thing as well. It's like I want to put 100% of myself into everything I do. So I mean that's why I work a full-time job, stream almost full time, and then also have a podcast. I don't stop.
No, you don't. You're
I,
always doing something.
I believe in you'll sleep when you're dead. So it'll eventually it'll come when I'm retired and I'm relaxed on a beach when I'm like 40 that I can relax. But until I get there, I'm not gonna stop. And then I'm also like that's the thing is I'm not gonna stop until I can, like I said, make a change in the world and make a big difference.
It's a big deal, actually. Yeah, it's true to that too, because you are all about seemingly just getting people excited. You know, wanting to uh, gain their attention. We make sure everyone's feeling good about themselves, that kind of shit. So that's excellent. Love seeing that. And it's true when you say like you can sleep when you're dead because like we'll be playing something right now on one night on stream and then it's okay. Yeah, all right, guys, I'm done. See y'all later. Have a good night. We're rating somebody. So then I'll be in bed like 4 in the morning. No, Trap Goose is streaming on Twitch. Like what? What the hell's going on? Jesus.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that nice 4 hour break in between
yeah,
streams. I've done that a few
yeah.
times. It's basically what it is I've got insomnia, so I don't sleep, so I may as well do something productive with my time. And
Mhm.
it's like I said, it's different. Like when I do those early morning streams, what it is I basically want people to wake up in a good mood. So we just hang out, listen to
Ah,
good music, we just vibe out, look at art. Like that's something in my Discord. I've got an art tab where literally people can just go drop things that they've drawn or made or created, and it's just we go in there and I'll like if it's music I'll listen to it, if it's art I'll look at it and I'll pull it all up on stream and we'll just hang out and like
mhm.
just have a very good positive morning. Essentially, it's like it's basically starting someone's morning. It's like it's basically instead of having the negativity of the news, it's having the positivity of Trap Goose.
There we go. That's something the world really needs, I think. God damn.
And yeah, and that's
Um,
always fun as well. Like it's I like I mean I've met people from Portugal and Brazil and Spain and South Africa and Russia. Like they've just popped in, and India just popped in early morning because it's a different time for them, right? So it's like those pop in and be like, "Hey, we shout out from wherever we are," and it's like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
no kidding. Yeah, all over the place. It's quite exciting.
Well, we talked enough about me. What drives you in life?
Mm.
What's your motivation?
For me, it's really so much. It's in my whole life. It's never really even been about money. I'm good with it, but it's the motivation for me is to impress almost. I'm not even sure why, whether it's at a job I do or ideally at this kind of stuff. Like I want people not necessarily. I mean, to kind of to notice me, I guess. Not exactly. It's not exactly the right phrase to notice me, but uh, I want them to be impressed by the stuff I do to get attention to that effect, to be talked about in a positive way. And I don't know why. It's a dry. Like I like people to see something I created and just look at it, just take it and be like, wow, this is a really good work by that guy. Like that's impressive. And I don't know why, but it really does. It drives me. I like that feeling you get of you did something really good. You put all your work into it and it paid off. That feeling.
Recognition,
The, I guess
or like a
in a
feeling of
way,
accomplishment, and as well,
yeah,
like
yeah. The feeling of accomplishment, the recognition is good, especially if it's if it's public. It's really cool. Like if it's announced all over the place. But not even that. Like if I could just know that hear from somebody that everyone was talking about saying, "Oh wow, that fancy antics guy is really good at this at what he did. He made a fantastic video. It's the best work yet," kind of thing. Uh, and it's just amongst a group of people that it's not even publicly knowledge out there. But the fact that I know somebody talked about that is a great feeling to me. It's just it's all the personal experience rather than just just having it out there randomly. Um, just that sense of emotion, that people can feel. I don't know, sense of pride, I guess, in a
Yeah,
way.
well, and then that's a good thing too. It's I mean, it's a confidence boost, right? It with me,
Yeah.
it's I've got a lot of confidence, and I sometimes get told I'm egotistical because I'm so confident in a lot and everything I do. Which I mean, yeah, it does come off that way sometimes, but it's truly it's I want to be the best at whatever I do. If it's literally being a streamer, I want to be the best streamer. If it's you know, I just want to be the best me I possibly can be.
Right.
So it's
Good.
like, and that's why one of the big things is I want to change the world. I want to make the world a better place. I want to get people's minds off things, right? So I understand that it's so if someone tells you you did a good job, it feels good. It's like a instant weight lifted off your chest. Just like a no matter what you do, it's like okay, I feel good. Like if someone woke you up by being like, "Hey, you're great," every morning, it could potentially change your life.
Yeah, it really does. That positivity does is in fact is infectious. In a lot of ways. So good.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. It's a fun thing, and I mean, like it's crazy with me. Like I said, having people from all over the world say shit like that is crazy.
Mhm.
Like I had someone pop into my channel yesterday that was from France. May have been
Oh,
France.
cool.
Well, they were speaking French, so it could have been Quebec, but could have been. But they literally popped in. Were using Google Translate at one point to type into my chat, and then messaged me on
Oh,
Discord and was like, and used Google Translate to talk to me on Discord, which is crazy.
that's pretty cool. Takes the effort to do that. Good.
And I mean, hey, well, that's the thing. I've never been to Quebec or France, so I wouldn't know the difference.
True.
I just,
But yeah, I mean, I guess we're a French speaking nation.
yeah, well, that's exactly it. I
I've
remember
heard.
learning some French in school, but I don't remember a whole lot about French.
No,
I think I stopped
the
taking that
basics
in
of it.
grade 8 or something like that.
Jeez, I took it in like grade three. That was it. Four maybe.
Well, damn.
So most of it's out of my vocabulary.
I went to a French
But
immersion
kind of
school for a
speaking.
few years.
Oh, you did? Right. Yeah, I remember that. I heard that from you before. I guess I well never went French immersion, but most of our schools here have French to some aspect in them. So I guess we're always around it
Exactly. Yeah.
in Canada. But yeah, yep. And given that you said you've never been to France or Quebec, that kind of stuff, um, brings would bring us to our next topic. Basically, like dream vacations. So where would you like to visit, and what
Um.
would you do when you get there?
Oh, damn. Like ideally, like I would love to go to Italy. Italy would be really cool. Rome, especially. I wish like I could
Yep.
go see the Colosseum because that is like when I was growing up and I would do reports and stuff on the Colosseum, I'd just be like blown away. Like the Roman
Right.
history is just insane.
Very much
Um,
so. It's quite a marvel for its time.
that's exactly. It's huge. Like it's
Mhm.
ridiculous. So that's a place I'd want to go would be like Rome. Tokyo would be a really cool place to visit.
Huh.
I've actually never been to the States, which is crazy. Um,
Right. Mention that too. That's a big deal. They're gonna blow a lot of minds for that comment alone for all the American viewers we got on this. Because
well, that's exactly it. Is I've never been to the States. I've flown over the States. The only places I've actually been is Mexico. So I've been to
right.
Canada, Mexico. That is it.
No kidding. Yeah. Nuts. So there you go. So basically, you're going overseas, across the ocean to Europe there on the Mediterranean, eh?
Yeah, I mean Greece would always be pretty cool, but I don't know. Like I think if I had to pick one place, it would have to be Italy. But like a
Right.
close second would be Tokyo, just because of the culture there and the
True.
or South Korea too. I guess that would be pretty sweet as well.
That'd be cool. Go to Seoul. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Apparently, they've got a Canadian bar there that is legitimate, like Canadian run. That is got like Canadian beer, Canadian food.
Oh shit. Huh.
Yeah, I had a friend
Cool.
that went there not long
Fit
ago,
right in.
and she told me about it, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like, I need to go.
No kidding. Jeez, that's awesome. I heard of that. That's awesome. I have to look into that.
What
Huh.
about you? Where have you been? What's your dream vacations?
Mm, let's see. So many little places I'd like to go. I'm never huge on travel, but getting there and experiencing it's always a blast. So I would say, I don't know. I do want to visit the Mediterranean. It'd be kind of cool to go around that. Geez, yeah, like Italy, Spain, would be a big one. Just that climate, that atmosphere, the architecture would be just gorgeous to be around. Um, I do like wine quite a bit, so places like that that they're known for it would be really cool. With the cuisine, UK would be kind of cool, I guess. I do really want to go to Scotland and Ireland. I think that would be the next place I visit if I'm going overseas. So, any Scottish or Irish people watching, got suggestions? Throw down in the comments there. Love to do that kind of thing. There's trip company I plan on using for that. Um, but I definitely at some point put on the bucket list above all else too. I need to go to someplace, maybe several, in the southern hemisphere of the world too, just because entirely different skyline at night, that kind of thing that we'll
Yeah.
never ever be able to see. We can watch toilets flush backwards. No, actually, I don't really care about that, but still, it's a thing. Or well, not backwards, but whatever the opposite direction of here is. Um, I don't remember. So uh, biggest place I'd like to visit would be Australia or New Zealand for that, or both. I
Yeah,
think just
definitely. I
it'd be
mean,
such.
New Zealand and the fact of like Lord of the Rings, right? Like that would be.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to visit the set and that just yeah. Um, and New Zealand in the sense that it's kind of like Australia. Sorry if I'm offending anybody there,
Oh, you
but
definitely
whereas
would be.
everything doesn't want to kill you,
Yeah.
so you know that's nice
Mm.
too.
Yeah, that's the one thing that scares me about Australia is everything
Yeah,
that there could kill you. Even the things that are
that's what
cute
they're
could
known
kill
for.
you.
Yeah, straight up, there's freaking pools of water with an amoeba in it that'll kill you. Apparently, like Jesus.
But hey, it's
But yeah,
beautiful there.
they're So yeah, that probably be on the list at some point. Travel as much as possible. Bring the podcast on the road. That'd be cool. We
Yeah,
could do that.
I actually think what I would really want to do is travel, like do a road trip and literally
Mm,
do a podcast from the road, like driving down
yeah,
the road, like in a random place.
yeah. Put it as part of this. That'd be such a cool idea. Um, but places I've been to, like, so I've been to live in Canada. I've been to BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario. No further east than that though. And in the states, I've been to pretty much all the Pacific states and all the Western states. So Oregon, Washington, California, everything bordering that. Nevada, been to Vegas a few times. Um, all those mostly on a road trip through there. Been to Mexico, East Coast and West Coast, more a couple times each way, I think. And so just always beautiful in every ways. Everything's got its own unique aspects down there. I've been to Florida, several places in Florida. Been to Tampa Bay, uh, Disney World out there as well. Um, One of the main reasons for traveling there, I guess. Besides that, for states, I think that's it. I mean, I've been to Colorado,
I wish
but that was I know you do. Have a fan. But
I'd
that was
want
one.
to live there. That's how bad it's like. I literally I've seen
Yeah, there you go.
pictures of it and I'm just like I'm in. And it's kind of
Yeah,
also a weird conservative but yet liberal place to live, so it's very
it's a nice
intriguing.
mix. Yeah,
Exactly, and I mean, it's legal marijuana, legal mushrooms. um,
yeah,
so it'd be a very unique place. It's Canada, just American,
right.
Americanized
Yeah, pretty
Canada.
much.
Really, it's kind of cool.
Closest thing to home that we got down there,
Exactly.
ish. Maybe Montana.
Yeah, maybe
Uh,
Montana.
but yeah, like, and when I was in Colorado, I was just at an airport to go through. So I didn't. I was in Denver as a transfer flight, so really I didn't see much besides what I could see out the windows. But the mountain range was beautiful. It was a clear day. But then, which is the point actually? Because besides that, that's North America for me. Never been to South America. Never been to anything like Central American tropical places like Cuba, Jamaica, like that. Though I'd like to. But the one other place I've been, which is Europe, is Iceland,
You've been to
and
Iceland.
yeah, which is yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So been to Iceland, so which is why I was in Denver because at the time you couldn't get directly to Iceland from Canada, so I went on to Denver and flew out of there with the airline Iceland Air. But yeah, like I went to Iceland. What would have been like say 7 years ago, probably now. Um, and it was it's total freaking blast too because I can't recommend that enough. Anyone wants to go to a place, travel to Iceland because it is incredible. Just while like Canada's atmosphere, it's nice. It's uh, for Canadians, the climate's pretty average. Prices are similar to ours, at least at the time. Um, so in that kind of nature, it's okay. When I went there, it was cool because you had uh, pretty much they have two seasons, summer and winter. So it was April when I went. So the transition over, but their capital city is Reykjavik, and based on the average records, it really only snows there 3 times a year, despite how northern this capital is. And the lowest temperature ever recorded, if this is still accurate, somebody correct me, is minus 21 degrees Celsius. That's the coldest it's been.
No
So
way.
yeah, because it's the island is volcanically active, so there's a lot of residual heat from it. So that's that for us as Canadians in a chilly winter. That's amazing to have it just that cold at the absolute max. Uh, so uh, but it is quite windy there, being off the ocean. But there's so many cool things there. Like there's Canadian battleships I saw that were there off the island protecting it. American jet fighters flying over, as apparently we take turns or something like that watching it. But uh, yeah, and there was a 100-year anniversary of one of their breweries there when I was there, so that was cool. Had some good Icelandic beer. But there's so much shit to do there. Like natural hot springs, geysers, volcanoes to visit that are dormant. Mountains that are literally rainbow in color if you can hike to them.
Jesus.
Just on oh yeah, like it's you search that up, it is a crazy freaking cool picture. Um, but I didn't get to go there. Black sand beaches, their own liquors you can drink in public there, which is fantastic. Love that
Gee.
bit because North America that's not a thing, but very much over there it is, and not hard liquor. You can have hard liquor on the street, but you can be walking down the street with beer. Night pubs stay open till 5 o'clock in the morning, so that's
Wow.
amazing. And there are a lot of nightclubs or traditional bars. Oh yeah, it's just and the days are so short too. At least and again at the time, this is before, so I'm not sure what if the economy's changed. But like your day during the week, like a work day, you work at a grocery store. Your work day is like 6 hours long, 6 or 8. Like it's like open and closes that. They opened at we went there to get some groceries when I was there, and I think it was like 11 o'clock local time when it actually opened during like a Monday. Uh, just to get some stuff. So it's like so chill. Everything's just so relaxed and just a
Yeah.
great freaking time. And main reason I went there, well, not main reason, but one of the reasons I went there of all places was because the developer for a game called Eve Online, shout out to any players who play that, played that quite a bit when I was younger too. Fun MMO space game, very well done. Uh, so and getting more and more popular as the days go on here, but they're headquartered in Iceland. So there was a big fan fest event there. Went to that, played in a tournament, got second place, which I have actually like a plaque for that and stuff like that. Which and then I just got a tattoo when I was there. Wish I got first place in that tournament because we at the time you got a high end graphics card and a PlayStation 3
Oh
for
shit.
getting first place. Yeah, second place I got some other swag and stuff, but nothing by comparison. But every player on the team got a fucking the highest end graphics card available from Nvidia at the time.
Wow.
So yeah, so missed out on that, but oh well, we got creamed. But anyways, yeah. See, I'm rambling on about it, but yeah, seriously, if anyone's ever considered going to a place like that at all, it's a total freaking blast. There's so much to do there, you will never get bored. And overall, it's cheap. Like it's more expensive now as people have started getting more into tourism. But when I went for 9 days, or 9 days, so 8 nights, and it was including the fan fest event, flight there, hotel accommodations, which was an all-you-can-eat breakfast, like a freaking buffet of everything you can think of, was $980 Canadian.
No way.
It was fun. Yeah, seriously. Like you'll get hotels here that cheap on a night, and this all including the flight there and back, all this stuff. Like I don't know why it was so cheap. It was a good rate, especially because of the event, and they had like a deal with the airport. But because you booked them
Damn.
and not the airline. But like, and it's not that cheap now, but it's still cheaper than your average destination. So if anyone's at all considering it, highly, highly recommend it.
That's
Um,
crazy.
and
That
it's
is.
yeah,
I'm just impressed how
and I want to
cheap
go
that
again.
is. Yeah, I
I
hey,
know, right?
I'm in.
Let's do it, man. Let's go. I mean, obviously right now,
Yeah, not
but
right now.
we'll
Yeah, the whole
uh,
pandemic going on. No
yeah,
one's going
that's
anywhere.
fun. But there's so many. Yes, yeah. I don't know. I
That's
think that even
actually
the craziest thing for anyone going over there, like to Europe in general, is just how different everything kind of is. Like just like an Albertan culture like ours, you got like we see trucks all the time. Driving the roads is just
mm,
second nature to our minds. But you
big
see the
jacked
roads
up
there.
trucks.
Yeah, trucks in general. Like I saw when I was there, I saw one small pickup truck, and that was it. It's just because you don't need them. There's nothing there for that kind of work really that you'd be driving through a city. So it's just like just to see what everything you or any person in their own where they're from would accept as normal, to see it in a different perspective. So it makes the world seem like a really big place. I think and that's a cool perspective to have. I think.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to some sort. Basically, anywhere in Europe would be very interesting. Like Germany is another place I'd really, really, really
Yeah,
want to go.
yeah.
Um, I've had friends that've gone there and they're like, it's one of the funnest vacations I've ever been on. It's very educational, but
hmm
you have a lot of fun at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's the best kind of trip too, when you can do both of that. A lot of fun, hang out, let loose, but also taking so much of what the history is and everything that's going on.
Oh yeah,
Which, if we do go, we should go in like around October there because
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Yeah, I think that's pretty much up our alley.
Wake up in a field somewhere. I'm in.
Fuck it is.
I
Yep.
am beyond in for that. That would be way too much fun.
Jeez, all this talk about this COVID or not is like getting me so hyped up. I just want to
Right?
go travel to
Like
places.
what I'm excited for after all this crap goes is to
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I think we've been really excited about our travel, so I think we've been rambling on a little bit about our travel here.
Yeah. Especially me. Sorry about that. Anybody got questions about all our rambling points? Throw them in the comments. Any suggestions you got? Any places you guys want to go yourselves? Let us know. Always going to chat up with you guys. Where you've been, what you'd recommend, what you wouldn't recommend if you've been all over the place and just something's bad. Let us know. We'd be curious to know because we want to travel all over the place, really. So we'd like to know what you guys like to do, where you're from.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Or places we should visit, right? Like that's if there's a place where you're like nobody's been, like I didn't want to go to Iceland until now. So
Yeah.
basically, if you guys have weird places that you traveled or like that are kind of out of the norm, let us
Mhm.
know in the comments. And I mean, I think once all this COVID crap's over, I think that's what I'm going to spend a lot of time doing.
Absolutely.
And then, so I guess now that we've rambled on about our dream vacations and where we want to go and where we've been, I think our
Mhm.
next topic's going to be about basically all about music.
Music. Yes. Okay. Um, and the point of what's your favorite kind of music?
Mm. With me,
Or what?
honestly,
Yeah.
it's a good tie, probably between like old emo rock from like the mid 2000s and like rap, like hip hop from all eras is great to
Mhm.
me.
Damn. That's good. Yeah.
Like I mean,
Didn't take the adult rock kind of guy, but I like it. Good.
yeah, it's a lot of different kinds of music. Like if Follow Boy comes on, holy hell, I get vibing. Or Red Jumpsuit
Good show.
Apparatus, like
Yeah.
they're one of my favorite bands of from basically when I was in
Absolutely.
high school.
hmm
Like the albums
Yeah.
just
That was me too.
front to back all the time.
Yeah, that was big for us in school in general. I think was Radio Job Redis. That was everyone listened to that, no matter who you were.
Exactly, yeah. If you weren't into rock, you listened to Red Jumpsuit Apparatus at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Miss
Wow.
that.
What about you? What's your kind of favorite music?
A lot of that. Like rock in general is the big one for me. Most all kinds, some classic, but mostly alternative rock, the emo rock scene, kind of stuff like that. Holds heavy. Favorite band of all time still is My Chemical Romance. Love it for better or worse. Just that kind of stuff. Fall Out Boy's great. Um, that kind of stuff.
AFI kind of.
And AFI, yeah, AFI is not bad. Got a lot of their music still, like, but that exactly that kind of uh alternative rock. Big fan of screamo for the most part because it actually takes a lot of skill to do if you do it right. Um, Not necessarily the growl kind of metal and stuff. Some metal
Mhm.
music's good though. I especially love it when bands do like cover songs, like the Punk Goes
Oh,
Pop series,
oh,
and take
those are
like,
my favorite albums ever.
yeah, seriously. Like I love it when bands of any kind do a cover of a different song that's an entirely different genre and take it. The most popular one most people know would be like "Sound of Silence" by Disturbed. Completely different thing,
Yep.
and just an incredible song. But everything around that aspect too, you just to put your own spin on it. It's a respect to the original artist, and just a whole solid tribute, and it's a great listen. So those kind of albums are fantastic. And like I don't actually even overall like I like all kinds of music to a degree because I can appreciate the culture where it comes from, the history behind it is always fascinating to me. And except even rap, surprisingly, I don't like rap all that much. Despite that's my music content and stuff, because I like rap that has a lot of meaning to it and very clever words on how they do it. Mumble rap, I don't care who I've had on this. Mumble rap's absolute garbage. Um, just fuck that shit. So, anyways, get that out of my chest. But that kind of stuff is just yeah. But artists who can really who have really clever rhymes, lyrics and stuff, and something catchy to remember it is always good. Something you can talk about, relate to, or whatever. None of this, hey, Mr. DJ shit. Um, hip hop like that, but
Yep.
um, yeah, overrated. Anyways, yeah, that's that.
Well, I mean, when we talk about like covers of songs, my favorite cover song of all time is Silverstein did "Runaway" by Kanye West, featuring a rapper from Canada. That's part of a Canadian band called Down with Webster, and he's
Oh
on
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
track.
yeah.
His name's Cam Hunter. Fun fact: he follows me on my personal Twitter account, which is pretty
Oh,
cool.
okay. All
Um,
right, I didn't know I had a celebrity in my midst already. God damn.
yeah, that's really cool. Um, but it's that song. It's such a different version, and I absolutely love Kanye West. And then when Silverstein, I loved My Heroin by them when I was growing up as well. So it was like when they released that song, I was just blown away. Like I swear I listened to that 15, 20 times over, like just in one sitting. Like it
Heard of the
was
song,
just
but
so
I'm not
good.
sure I heard it. Listened to it before.
Oh wow, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's definitely a good listen. And it's like Cam Hunter is just a. I think he's one of the better rappers from Canada.
Cool.
I
Good.
wouldn't say ever, but definitely from
Right.
Canada. Because I
Yeah,
mean,
we don't
they.
get we don't get a lot of exports in that area for sure.
I mean, we have a few. We've got like obviously we got Drake.
Yeah.
We got Tom McDonald, who's pretty fly. He's got some
Yeah.
controversial opinions, but he's a good rapper.
Yeah.
Who else we got? We got like the
Uh,
Swollen Members,
those are them.
Mercules,
Classified. What do you love?
Classified would be yep.
Yep.
And then I mean, yeah, then I would say probably up there is Cam Hunter. Cam Hunter's really good, and
Yep.
it's definitely something you should give a listen outside of Down with Webster. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Mhm.
Just
Oh yeah,
being,
absolutely. I have some of their music I listen to on occasion, so
yeah,
for sure.
they're one of my favorite bands. Seen them live, I've met them. Got a voicemail
Mm.
from them when I was, oh god, 7 years ago, something like that,
Jesus Christ.
which is
No
kind of
way.
cool. Yeah, they called me, and I didn't answer my phone, so they left me a voicemail.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Huh.
and I mean
That's very
they're
fucking
not
cool.
huge all over the world, but they were a pretty big deal in Canada, so that was cool.
Hmm.
And then I guess on that topic, let's talk about why you got into music.
Yeah, this was brought up by our esteemed guest for the next one. Demi the Drag Queen suggested it. Um, so kind of because I thought about it at first, and I thought, hey, I kind of already answered this, but in a way, I didn't. In the previous video, we talked about uh, kind of what inspired me to get into the music and creating and stuff like that, into the Fancy Antics channel. But not really uh, why music in general, I don't think. And to answer that, for me, it's like um, kind of what I mentioned just a bit earlier here, where like of how it tells a story, um, and it's a way of telling my own in a slight way. Like I love the songs that have the clever lyrics, the clever words, or plays that have a lot of meaning behind them and stuff like that. Not just a bunch of rambling of different things. And uh, music is such a uh, I don't even know how to put it into words. Like a powerful language, almost. Like you can do so much with music in
Mhm.
so many different ways. You can explain something in such a different pattern depending on the tone of how you're saying it changes how it comes off,
Yep.
or you can have even songs without lyrics at all are so can bring tears to your eyes or make you angry. Uh, it really triggers emotions just based on how it triggers in your brain and everything like that of how everything sounds together. And there's so many instruments in the world and so many ways you can make them sound, and combining them in so many different ways that so many cultures have, where they have their own instruments that were invented there, or what they're combined with, just depending on cultures crossing genres and stuff like that. You'll never ever have a limit to what music can create. Like in a way, like if you think about it, like there's only so many words in the English language. You'll eventually get through and ways to phrase them and meanings behind them. But with music, you'll never have you would never run out of possibilities. Essentially, there's always something new you can do. Um, Very evident by history of the world since before recorded time. There's always been music of some kind, sounds put together to make communication or some kind of noise that's appealing to the senses. And even as we see it throughout the decades now, different decades of music of that fall back and everything, it's always different as it escalates and branches off the different subgenres, and that can essentially become full genres and stuff like that that have their own identity to that music. And yeah, there's good stuff, there's bad stuff, there's happy, there's sad, there's and to go back to the question itself, I want to be able to put my own piece of that. To put out what's on my mind on rather just on paper onto actual sound, and put what's going through my head into a mix, because I have such a hard time generally. Like I can have an idea in my head of a song of the way I want it to sound, but put it out in a way like I can't. I don't know what's there. Like it's missing steps, even though I can hear it. Um, like to a beat, and how it should sound in my head, and then I put it into a program, and it doesn't sound that way until I can make it work. And then it's like, okay, yeah, this is what I was thinking of. And it's kind of a cool feeling to translate a thought into a that isn't a language, isn't words, into something that can somehow be communicated. I don't know. It just really fascinates me. Is the short answer to that. Uh, Everything about music, top to bottom.
Yeah, no,
So
I
yeah,
look at like even my playlist, I would consider it an emotional roller coaster. It can go from being like super upbeat, happy pop music to being like songs from like Lil Peep where
yeah.
it's like super depressing, super emotional, super real, and it's just like oh shit. So like if I'm driving to work, I could be
Mhm.
going from like just super relaxed to super hyped to super relaxed to somewhat sad to, and it's like just in a 20-minute drive. I'm just like what the hell, like it's music I think is the most powerful language on the planet
Absolutely, absolutely, it is.
because music basically you have North American artists that go over to other countries that sing in English and they speak another language and they're all there. they can sell at venues of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. Like where they'll have festivals like Tomorrowland, where it's a very EDM based festival, and everyone from all over the world goes there. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And then when
it
I mean on
it
that
brings people together.
exactly on that we got like K-pop over here, right? People don't
Yeah.
necessarily understand all the lyrics, but it gets stuck in our heads, and people really really enjoy it. And like
Hmm.
there's Korean metal now, and like well, not now, I guess it's been around for a while. And there's like
Yeah.
that one group that took over the world a few years ago, Baby Metal. Um,
Uh, really?
have you
Huh.
not heard about them?
Nope.
So they're super young. I believe they're Korean. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they're Korean. They're all really young, and they're girls, and they
Oh,
have a metal band, and they're called Baby Metal.
yeah.
And so that is so that it's just crazy. It's such a weird environment. You don't understand what they're saying, but it's such an energetic, powerful song that it gets you in a mood. You know what I mean? Like it's you can hear a song that really isn't that great some days, and it can get you excited.
Yeah. Good.
It's just like if it has a good beat, or if it's got really catchy words, or words that mean something. I guess would be um, like with me, they really change my emotions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it. That's really it too. Like it really just alters how you feel. It can motivate you. It can do so freaking much. It just moves people around the world in many different ways, especially when you are like you're mentioning introducing different cultures, different things as they move across. Like one group we have out of here, out of Saskatchewan, is the Dead South, and just basically banjo, very old style, like other like Southern United States type of music,
Hmm.
banjo and all that kind of stuff. Uh, Great music, tons of views on YouTube, huge success, but they're apparently absolutely huge in the UK,
Really?
and in lots of parts of Europe. Yeah, when they travel over there, it's like they play small tavern shows here, but they play stadiums there, and it blows my
Wow,
freaking mind.
that's
Found
crazy.
that out from one of my best friends because he's huge onto them. So yeah. So it just kind of shows that when brands bands kind of go out to other places, it's just you have a whole different fan base too across the world.
Well, that's like weird, like Kanye West. We can circle back to that. He sold
Mhm.
out one of the largest event or venues in Korea. That was when they built that, like the super, basically the K-pop arena. Don't know. I'm not sure what the name is, but it like holds. I think it's like 120,000 people, and it's made for concerts. And Kanye West sold it out. I don't think like I mean, uh, probably most of the culture over there doesn't understand what Kanye West is saying, but probably get
Most of the culture
hyped.
here doesn't understand what Kanye West said.
Well, hey, we never know. Kanye West might be the next president of the United States.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think he's got some powerful range. Like, there's so much music that over here, like Kanye West, I don't think could sell out in Alberta where we're from. I don't think he could sell out a venue of 120,000 people.
Right.
Over there, he could probably
Right.
go
Right.
play in a smaller town, and people would probably travel to go see him.
Yeah. Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that, which I think is evident.
Yeah, it's a
Mm.
music like music's, and like I said, is the most powerful language on the planet, and
Hmm.
it can move nations.
It
Like,
really, really can.
think about soccer chants, right?
Yeah. Yeah. True. Same kind of idea. Huh. Good point. I never thought of it that way. Um, Let me throw something in the mix there that we weren't going to talk about too. But um, what's your favorite male artist and favorite female artist?
Ooh,
If you had to pick.
ooh, that's a really good one.
Mm.
Ooh, are we talking right now or of all time?
I'd say all time.
Okay, so favorite male artist for me is very controversial. It's I would say
Oh,
it's Machine Gun Kelly. People talk a lot of smack about him, but he's very versatile. And if you hate on him, your opinion's wrong. Um,
oh, good.
I'll come down there and whoop your ass over this.
He's got
Anyways,
balls. I'll give him that.
but yeah, he's like he just released a punk pop
Oh,
album. He's a hell of a rapper. I mean, he started beef with Eminem. He's probably the only one to not get completely annihilated by Eminem starting a beef with him. So,
Mhm.
and Eminem's one of the greatest rappers alive, if not the greatest rapper alive. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
I would
Respect.
say that that's gained a lot of respect from me, and I've listened to him for a long time. I've been following Machine Gun Kelly's career for damn near 10 years now. So I
For
mean,
sure.
I've got one of his sayings tattooed on my body. Yeah, and that I mean that's the thing is I've got music tattoos from multiple different genres: rap, metal, rock. It's crazy. But and then female artist, an artist I'm absolutely obsessed with, and I always will be, is Hayley Williams from Paramore.
Ah, yes. Yes. Good choice.
Her vocals are
Fantastic.
just impressive. Like
Hmm.
I can just put on her vocals of her just recording a song, and I'm just mind blown.
Yeah. Uh, like low key forgot about her actually a little bit. So I used to listen to her a lot. I didn't download some of the music then. Have they even done like pre-COVID? But have they done any new music recently?
As far as I know, Hayley Williams was, it might have been last year, or the year before, dropped
Right.
an album like solo.
Mm.
And
Okay,
then
then I'll have to check that out then. Cool.
2018, I think they dropped an album as well. So as Paramore, so um, yeah, they're they're pretty crazy. Um, yeah, but like talent wise, yeah, definitely Hayley Williams because I listened to a lot of Paramore back in the day. Like
Excellent choice. Yeah.
now, what about yourself? Or who's your favorite female and male artist?
All right. So, had a quick thought. Favorite male artist. Probably it's just much hate for you picking Machine Gun Kelly in a lot of ways, but definitely Gerard Way of
I
My
get it.
Chemical Romance. A lot of different reasons. Obviously, it's My Chemical Romance favorite band. A lot of great artists out there, but he like so much success in so many different avenues. The Umbrella Academy, like that.
Oh, that's crazy that he did that.
Like exactly that. Used to be a freaking artist for Cartoon Network before he started my MCR. So like stuff like that, like the success bits in that, his own solo stuff, the following they got now from with the comeback, and just how like again with my passion for like good lyrics and stuff like that, everything's just so well written on all the stories their music tells as well, uh, and just how alive of a person he is in like on stage or in music videos and stuff like that. Just um, how spontaneous he can be, just really amazing in that sense. Favorite female artist, which would be um, favorite female artist, which would be my the probably the number two band that I love on the list, right next to MCR, would be Lizzie Hale
Oh, from
of Hailstorm.
Hailstorm.
Yeah, uh,
Yeah. Speaking of,
she's
hang on, let me
uh,
interrupt you for a minute. So,
go for it. Yeah,
your opinion on Machine Gun Kelly? She actually did a song with him,
I thought she did too. Kind of think of it. So
and
can't hate on too much. Respect
yeah,
right there.
dude, it's and he does Sinister Gates and M Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold. He's done a song with.
Yeah, that's cool. See, I mean, I'll give him that. He's hitting up all my favorite artists. I love Event Sevenfold.
Me
That's a
too.
great show
I've
as
got a
well.
tattoo from of Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, it's on the
So
list of ones to get to.
yeah,
Um,
they're yeah, she's amazing. She's talented. I
yeah,
can't disagree
seriously,
with that at all.
a lot of collabs with a lot of artists too and stuff like that. Like, great band in general. Just like her vocal range, like just that how long she can hold a note for is incredible. And but I said some people might say on this too. But I like if you want to like a direct comparison, I'd say modern day Joan Jett, basically.
Yep,
Like
she's
big
powerful.
uh, artist back in the day, still is really. Um, and similar genre for the respective times, like just don't give a shit about anything else. Like this is what I'm doing. Love, passion for music,
Hmm.
and just gets themselves out there, and have a lot of similar sounds to them. I think like just the same artist from a different era. I find, and man, that was my favorite show that I've ever been to was that was Hailstorm, uh, Avenged Sevenfold, Stone Sour. Uh, Great freaking show with all those guys. So yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I've never seen them live, but that is definitely something I've wanted to experience just because They're just absolutely amazing. And another powerful female artist is Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
big time too. She's great.
I seen her live,
Which
which was a crazy experience. It was actually opening for Nickelback, which is crazy. Everyone's gonna dislike me for saying I went to a Nickelback show, but I've been to
eh,
10 of them.
no
um,
damn. Okay.
it's they're one of my favorite bands I've seen live, straight up, and I've seen them.
Mhm.
I normally go to 10 to 15 shows a year before COVID, obviously, but
Yeah,
Nickelback is one of
need
my
some more
favorite
of that.
bands to see live. They're a really good live show. Love or hate
I
their
can see that.
music, it's great. But the Pretty Reckless was crazy. She came out on stage butt ass naked.
I've seen
um,
that. I've heard that's a thing of her. Which
eh,
I mean,
yeah,
she's gorgeous.
but yeah, but it just caught me real off. I was like, what? There's a naked chick on stage, and
Yep.
she was literally just had tape over her areas, and she just went and just belted out music for
Mhm.
almost an hour.
Um, yeah, like I love their music as well too. And fun fact that a lot of people won't know this, but you probably do.
Yeah.
But Taylor Momsen. Anyone who's ever seen how the Grinch Stole Christmas or the Grinch, whatever that one was called, but with the one with Jim Carrey in it, Taylor Momsen is Cindy Lou Who in that show. This little innocent little girl is the singer of the Pretty Reckless.
And
So look
yeah.
it up if you think I'm lying to you. It'll blow your freaking mind if you didn't know that.
Well, and it's such a crazy turn, right? Like
It
she
is.
looks
It
so
is.
cute and innocent. Even when I watch that movie now, I'm just like, nope, just
Mm-hmm.
nope.
No, no.
I'm like,
Still, great singing voice both ways though. So you know,
exactly, yeah.
where are you,
It's
Christmas? To
oh,
go into hell? Yeah,
exactly,
you know. Well,
exactly right.
yeah. Oh, frick. And the other one too, like of that trio, like that's pretty much the metal super trio. And I'm drawing the blank on her name. But her first name's Maria. The singer of In This Moment.
Oh, I can't think
Another
of her
great metal
last
band,
name
but
either.
yeah, I
Give
I
me
know
half a
I've heard it,
second.
but
I'm gonna quickly look that up because I feel like
do
she
it
deserves the
because
recognition.
it's yeah, because those three like they have a lot in common. Obviously, these similar genres, but they even did a cover of Queen's "We Will Rock You."
Brink, Maria
Brink, like
Brink.
Murray Brink, yeah, yeah. Uh, and what she's apparently like been claimed as the Queen of Metal, and then a title of thing, fairly so. Great music in this moment, but the "We Will Rock You" cover is fantastic because it's got her, Lizzie Hale, and Taylor Momsen all singing a separate verse in it, and just more metal version of "We Will Rock You," and just mm, so freaking good.
So I don't
Gotta
know
listen to
why
that.
I've never heard of that. I've heard of all three
I don't know.
bands, but I've
Yeah,
never
I know, right?
listened to them combined. That would just blow my mind. I think
Yeah,
that would. I think that's what I'm
yeah.
gonna probably do after this podcast.
So listen to that. Yeah, it's an officially in this moment song off one of their albums, and they do a lot of covers like that too. Even oh fuck, we keep going on about music, but even like what off the same album I think of in this moment there's a song called Black Wedding. I don't know if you heard that one, where it's
mm,
uh a cool idea for a cover almost, but it's like uh Maria Brink and Rob Halford, who is the who's Judas Priest.
oh yeah, yeah.
Um,
No, I have heard that one. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like a white wedding, but the reverse, like a different thing. The chorus takes a spin off of it, but it's black wedding. It's a nice night for a black wedding instead of it's a nice day for a white wedding. Um, from Billy Idol.
man, Billy Idol.
So that is right, right? I
Yeah,
didn't
it is
screw that up.
Billy
Yeah, it's
Idol.
Billy. Yeah. So classic song with a different spin on it too. Like just I don't know, keep going on, but these that two like three female superstar rock stars would be those three there, those three bands.
For
Hailstorm,
sure.
In This Moment, and The Pretty Reckless.
Definitely, they can steal a show from any dude that sings ever.
Absolutely.
And I guess speaking of music and us rambling on,
Eh,
obviously we have a different opinion on music, so we're gonna actually do a segment on our channel as well. That is
mm,
me showing Antics music and getting him to react to it, because
yeah, true.
we listen to very different kinds of music, and I feel
Mm,
like there's a lot of music out there that I can show him that he'll actually probably enjoy.
yeah,
So
probably true.
that's one thing that I really want to do
Hmm.
is have us talk about basically music um, in further form because we're both very passionate about music. As you can see, we probably rambled on for 15, 20 minutes about music,
Oh yeah,
and it's very
going great.
easy. And like I said, we're listening to very different kinds of music. So,
Mm.
and I mean, and if there's a song that you think we could get Antics to react to,
Mm.
leave a comment
Yeah,
below, and we'll do it. I think
yeah. Please do that.
I think our next one is probably going to come out next week on like a Wednesday, probably.
The next what?
The
Video, like
first one,
that.
yeah, the first
Oh
reaction
yeah,
video.
yeah, yeah. Sure, we'll figure something out with that. Keep you guys posted on social media about that. Whatever we do. Follow
Um,
us on those platforms.
exactly, yeah, and make sure you follow us on all those platforms. That's where we've got Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Um, I have a Twitch. Fancy Antics has a YouTube. We're basically posting on absolutely everything all the time. So if you want updates or you want to give feedback, hit us up on any of them. And
Please do.
we're very responsive on social media as well. So it's very easy to get a hold of us.
Absolutely, it is.
And then going into that as well, our funny segment of the day, suggested by B
Ah,
Witchin, which we mentioned. So it's B_Witchin on Twitch.tv. She's a
be
fellow.
witching. Throw it up.
She's also an Albertan, so which is a fun fact. She's only a couple hours away from us.
Didn't even know that.
She suggested that we talk about things that we have basically almost strictly in Canada, comparative to everywhere else in the world.
Mm-hmm. About that list as well. Yes. So what do we got first? What's on the list?
Ooh, our first one that's a big one is ketchup chips.
Yeah, ketchup chips, spelled Ketchup in
Yep.
America. Not
America.
cat soup. Anyways, so yeah, ketchup chips. It's a pretty. That's usually a common one Americans are aware of. Um, and yeah, I a lot of like I think they're pretty good. I prefer Old Dutch's brand over Lay's of them. They're just more tangy.
Definitely. Yep.
Um, and but I've heard a lot of Americans like, "Oh, that's gross. Why would you do that?" Well, if you think about it, what do you eat with French fries? Ketchup. So
Yep.
how is
Ketchup.
this? How is this such a crime? Right?
Ketchup and potato chips. It's great. Um, and then I mean on that with chips, we've got like Ruffles all dressed chips.
Yes. Apparently, I didn't actually realize that the states doesn't have that. And again, to anyone listening to this, comment if you guys actually do have this now. Maybe this stuff is outdated, or you guys have had it before. If you tried it, let us know your opinions too. So correct us if any of this is incorrect. But yes, Ruffles brand all dressed chips. Um, I don't know, not my favorite, but like one of like they are a damn good chip to have on occasions. Good party chip. What do you think?
Yeah, no, they're definitely they're all dressed. They have a good flavor. They're like they're tart but bitter. Like it's a really weird flavor to explain to someone.
Yes, from what I understand, because I had like a hot and spicy salt and vinegar that
Yeah.
Ruffles also makes, and it's very similar but a bit hotter to all dress. So I think that's actually the best way to put it. You mix the salt and vinegar flavor um, uh, with something like a pepper, no, I don't know, like a spicy or kind of flavor with it.
It's like a sweet
That
and
that creates all
spicy
dress.
with salt and
Yeah,
vinegar.
yeah,
It's like
kind
if
of
you
like
just
that.
slammed things together, it's
Yeah,
weird. And I mean, we can keep
yeah,
talking about chips all day. Like we've got hickory sticks, Hawkins
yep.
cheesies are a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hickory sticks, Hawkins cheesies. Yep,
um,
crispier Cheetos essentially.
exactly. Yep. But then speaking of cheese things, craft dinner is something we have.
Yes, Kraft dinner, which apparently is the same as your guys' Kraft mac and cheese in the U.S.
But
I don't know.
we call it craft
Uh,
dinner up here, and it's apparently a very rare thing.
I guess so. Odd term for it. Maybe Kraft mac and cheese just sells better for you guys.
Maybe.
Terminology.
And then I guess I mean when we talk about things with like similar names, it's Caesars and Bloody Marys, right?
Yes,
Very
Caesar's
similar idea.
not to be mistaken with the salad, or the Roman Emperor. Caesar's the drink. But yeah, because that's like a Bloody Mary, as far as I understand it, in the U.S., but with clown juice in it. Straight up, don't know who thought of that. Honestly, it's where it's like, oh, this tomato would be really good if I put some fish in it. Like, so weird creation to whatever effect, but never used to like them. But I find them pretty good.
Yep.
That the clown juice does make a unique flavor to it. That's actually pretty tasty. Adds to it more than anything.
Definitely, like a
Hmm.
spicy Caesar is just so
Hmm.
good.
Yeah,
And it's you can't drink too many of them, obviously, because you're just drinking straight tomato juice and vodka
yeah,
or beer, whatever you choose.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Worst to
it
make them.
can end up a very messy night,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah,
it's they're definitely really good. They're a nice sit down and have a nice Caesar sitting on a patio somewhere.
yeah. Great summer drink. You know, when you're just like the sun setting outside, warm, humid outside. It's probably the best thing you can have next
Yep,
to a beer. Yep.
next to a beer, yeah. And then I mean, speaking of beverages, we've got bagged milk in Ontario.
Oh,
We don't have that
yes.
in Alberta.
To
And I
clarify, we're not completely insane in Alberta here.
yeah,
Bag milk is East Canada.
yeah. I don't even think it's all Eastern Canada either.
Oh, maybe not. I
Um,
know it's Ontario
I
for sure.
it's Ontario for sure. It might be
Yep.
further. But yeah, it's basically you get your milk in a bag and you cut it and put it in a jug. And you don't like
Yeah.
you put the whole bag in the jug. You don't just pour the bag into the jug. You place the bag in the jug.
Yeah. And do a special pitcher for this exact thing, which maybe rant about this earlier prior to this thing, is we have cartons or like cardboard cartons or jugs like
Yeah.
you guys do in the US. Um, 4 liters, 2 liters for us, whatever. Um, and it just blows my mind. There's nothing else where you put it in a bag to put it in a pitcher still in the bag. No other liquid that I know of is that. Everything's cartoned, or bottled, glassed, or plastic, or cardboard, whatever, in every or aluminum, in every aspect. So why is the milk the exception in this situation and still accepted
And only
over
in
there?
certain places too. Like
Yeah,
what makes the Ontario government be like, you know what, we got to bag our milk.
yeah. Eh, seriously, I would actually like to know the history behind that. I might have to research it afterwards because I didn't before. But to be clear, any Americans, watching and knowing that bagged milk is a weird thing, fully on board with you on that one. Totally messed up. Um, you're an Ontarian, um, or anybody else who has bagged milk, you want to know why? Let us know why it's better. Change my mind because
It's
good
weird.
luck. It's
Yeah.
weird. You're
That
weird.
your beard is weird. um, and then I guess we got like butter tarts,
Yeah,
um, which is weird.
but you love, right?
I hate them. They're gross. Um,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Butter tarts. Yeah, I love them, especially homemade. Uh, Butter tarts. If you guys, I don't know if you guys in the U.S. have, if you do have these now, or if you have like cherry tarts, if that's what you'd even call them.
Mini pies.
Um, yeah, like so they're like pie dough, small cupcake sized pastries. You make them in that kind of pan, and you put like a pie filling in the middle of them. So yeah, they're like essentially like mini open top pies, more or less. But butter tarts themselves are usually or like corn syrup, brown sugar, butter mix, something to that effect. So very caramely in flavor. Often accompanied by pecans and or raisins. Um, I usually like it with just pecans or just plain, but very very sweet, sugary as all hell. It'd probably be like I guess like a pecan pie, smaller, would be very similar to it, I suppose.
Yeah, and that
And I yeah.
weird texture to me.
Yeah, prior to this, I didn't know actually that was a very much a Canadian thing, but apparently it is, unless somebody wants to enlighten me otherwise.
Yeah.
What else we got there? What's next on the list?
Um,
Kinder eggs.
yes,
Yes,
that's a really good one because Kinder chocolate one is great. We
so
have
good.
and then we have Kinder eggs, which literally has toys on the inside, and we all grew up with them in Canada, and think they're the greatest things. And as far as I understand, Americans don't have them because they're choking hazards.
Yeah,
But
which just don't give it to a toddler.
yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yep.
yeah, like yeah. So yeah, if you guys have Kinder eggs with that kind of chocolate, but ours do have toys in them. When we were kids, like you had got some really freaking good toys in those things too. They were
Yep.
really useful, well built, fun to play with. Now, like they're like little tiny little things you put together to do something with fidgety throwaway fads or whatever. But they used to have better ones in the past, but nowadays it's modern little
Kind of
toys and
crap.
stuff. But I definitely still buy them just for the chocolate. The toys are just a nice little memory, I guess.
Well, and then I mean, we got something called Smarties, which in the States they have Smarties, but they're what we call Rockets up here. So
Yeah,
Smarties are comparable to M&Ms.
yeah, like this a little larger M&Ms, but more and milk chocolate more than
Yeah,
M&Ms being dark chocolate-ish sweeter than. And if I'm choosing, I prefer Smarties way over M&Ms.
yeah, me too.
But
Yeah,
that's just me. Yeah,
they taste way better.
yeah. On the note of research too, apparently, just chocolate in general for us, like we have a lot of similar chocolate bars you do, like Kit Kats. That's my favorite. But you have a different company making them. Sorry, you Americans. Um, but apparently, Canadian chocolate in general is more of a Canadian thing. It's Canadians prefer sweeter chocolate, so it's a bit more of a milky, sugary mixture in
Mhm.
most of our chocolates by comparison. So apparently, our Kit Kats taste quite a bit different than American Kit Kats would. And same with like a few other milk chocolate bars are that same kind of thing. Like an American milk chocolate is different than a Canadian milk chocolate. Um, which is something in a food survey and stuff like that. So if you guys are ever trying something and it tastes totally different, probably why. I'm kind of curious to try them both out. Maybe we
Yeah,
should do that like one of these episodes is just try a bunch of American
a-
flavored things.
American and Canadian things. I mean, one
Yeah,
thing I'm
or
really excited for that they announced in the States. I'm not a big Mountain Dew person, but they released that watermelon Mountain Dew, which it literally just it
yeah,
got. We talked about it Wednesday when we are all playing video games together. And I was like, oh my god! I'm like, I need some. I don't care. But apparently, it's sold out everywhere down there. So I mean, hey, if you guys
yeah, those on the stream.
wanna help us out and get us a case of watermelon Mountain Dew, that'd be dope.
Yep, yep. Send us our way. Yep. Message us, put in the comments because yeah, we can use that. Or if Mountain Dew, you're watching sponsorship. Um, 'Cause Mountain Dew does have a lot of flavors and they're all always good.
We only have like 4 up here, but
Yeah, if we're lucky. That if we're having to pick like one thing that Americans have, I think that we don't. As much of is like flavors of pop, like you or soda, whatever you guys you want to call it. Uh, we Americans have way better of a selection than we do, which I mean just makes sense. It's what sells. Yeah, you have to make if you're gonna make a ton of it, it's got to sell.
well, and that's exactly
Um,
it. Like to get more flavors than just regular Mountain Dew, we had to have like a crazy contest voting which flavor of Mountain Dew we wanted.
yeah, we had to narrow them down. Couldn't
Yeah.
have them
But
all.
then we got all 3 of them eventually because they all
Yeah,
sold really well once we got them. And we finally
yeah,
got Baja Blast up here, which is cool, but
yeah.
took us a
Had to
long
release in
time.
spurts. Yeah.
Exactly. So now I think we've got 4, maybe 5 flavors of Mountain Dew, which
Mhm.
is cool, but we want more.
Yeah, yeah, we do, we do. Yeah. Now what?
And then I'm pretty sure that is everything we've talked about. That covers all the topics, all the
Woohoo!
suggestions.
Mhm.
Yay, we made it through another podcast, and hopefully you guys made it to this point as well.
Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah. Love you guys if you did.
Yeah, exactly. So without further ado, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments of any topics you want us to talk about in or down below. Like I said,
Yep.
also send us some DMs on Twitter, tag us in things. Like I said, we've got a Facebook group as well, so if you guys want to join that and we can create basically a discussion board, um,
Mhm.
that would be great. And with that being all said, this is the Antics and Goose Show. That's Fancy Antics.
And that is Trap Goose Gaming.
And so tune in every Friday for a new podcast. And the last Tuesday of every month, we are streaming it live on Twitch on twitch.tv/trapgoosegaming. And we're just gonna have special guests probably once a month, maybe even every podcast, depending on how it goes. We just kind of fly by the seat of our pants. So we'd like to hear what you guys want to see or what you guys like to see. So we're open to suggestions.
Thank you. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you.